Hello and welcome, folks. Welcome to Porsche Cup Challenge, America's Division. We're here at Virginia International Raceway. We are just about to finish our qualifying, and it looks like Samuel Pace per hour. Wow, what a lap! Holy smokes, 146.5. Where did that one come from? Oh man. And Adam Schmidt had a screen freeze. I hope he can get back in time. But wow, what a lap. Samuel Sproul's been practicing. He really pulled that one out of his ass. And it just, wow, absolutely blazing fast. Am I allowed to say that on on microphone? But holy smokes, I'm just blown away by that lap. Seriously. Congratulations on that lap, Sprout. That's going to absolutely, for sure, snag that pole position in our first sprint race. This is going to be a 15-minute sprint race. Let's pull up real quickly. Let's pull that up. And you can see Samuel K. Sproul, of course, is on that pole position. Congratulations for Ariel Julian being on that front row as well, with Adam Schmidt is going to be in third, Leighton Cook, Carl Ribbing, Bill Haynes, welcome to the league. Thanks for joining with us tonight. Jason Lyons, Jose Maria, Skylar Vickroy, Gary Watson, Tyler Mariglia. Michael Carrill did not qualify. Surprising. He had strong pace in practice all week long and did not qualify. Very surprising to see that. Shannon Mothral looks like he's chickening out and not qualifying on that one. Young Choi, I saw him having a few spins in qualifying, so he is just a little bit on the struggle bus, not able to put it together. And it looks like Young Choi is going to be starting at the back because of that. So let's pull down and pull down and pull away that starting grid. We don't need to see that anymore. We're going to take a look at that fine Porsche. Look at that. Look at that blackout. The Blackout Motorsports from New Zealand. There they are. That's a beautiful car, I gotta say. Here you go. It looks like almost everyone is ready to go. Michael Carrillo is not in the race. That's surprising. Something must have happened. Anyways, the lights are on. The race is on anyways, and here we go. It looks like Samuel Sproul's getting an excellent launch. Leighton Cook, a little bit squirrely. Everyone's coming into that's starting. There we go, as the cars bunch up under braking. Everyone it's in the very back. Looks like someone making a brave dive up the inside. Everyone is away nice and easy so far. And here we go through turn 4, 5, 6. At the very front, Samuel Sproul is now broken away just a little bit. We're going to pull up that timing tower so you can see who is where, who's gained and who has lost. It looks like most people are behaving themselves. You know, of course, in the public official races, a lot of these races have started with just crash. And one of the huge benefits, of course, of being in a league, yeah, Michael Carrillo just has not started. One of the huge benefits is just wanting to continue racing against each other lap after lap rather than crashing out super early. It's just not that fun to crash out super early, and that's the respect being shown amongst all these drivers here as they head down the back straight for the very first time. Samuel K. Sproul is in the lead of the race. Tell me if the car sounds are not loud enough. Here you go. I've heard last week that the car sounds weren't loud enough. Here you go, a little bit louder as they head down. I think they call this the roller coaster, if I'm not mistaken. Who has spun? Oh, we have a few incidents that we're gonna have to take a look at. First one so far, actually, Adam Schmidt. Before we take a look at some incidents, Adam Schmidt is making a look up the inside, the outside perhaps, of Ariel Julian, not quite able to get there. Here's Bill Haynes, his first race. He's following Jason Lyons into turn 1. And there they go, round to turn 3, turn 4. Okay, so what happened to Leighton Cook? Here's Leighton Cook. Sorry, this is the roller coaster. Oh, and that's going to be losing a lot. And here is Tyler Mergullet. What happened to Tyler? He went off. So that was the... Oh, a little bit of a locked break. And we got Shannon Mothral also went off the track. So this is just showing absolutely how tough this track is. It's not very... Oh, Shannon. And back to the live action to see where is everyone at. Carl Ribbings, he's up one position. Bill Haynes is up one position. Jose Maria and Skylar Vickroy up 2 positions total. Let's get those full names. What are the first names of these drivers? You want to see the first name, the last name, as they head down that back straight into this really tricky braking zone. You have to bleed off those brakes in just a very, very interesting way. There's many different lines to take going through that corner. Some lines are going to be good wall under heavy braking. Other lines are going to be bad for your tires, but faster for a few laps. So you really got to pick and choose exactly how you're going to do it. Leighton Cook in 8th position here. He is going to want to gain back some of those spots that he lost. Fortunately for Leighton Cook, there's going to be a reverse grid. Oh, and there goes Skylar Vickroy off the track and into the wall, into the tire barrier. Luckily, not too hard of a bounce. His car looks like it's okay, A-okay for now. And so he's going to be able to carry on, but many, many spots back. Gary Watson now in 9th position. If he gains one more, he'll be up into that reverse grid top 8. So really, really curious to see if he'll be able to make that. As they head up towards the roller coaster, they call this part of the track, yep, right here, the roller coaster. Entering the roller coaster, this is full throttle all the way through. You just gotta hit one apex after the other, not lift, and over the hill you go into a very slight braking zone. Quick left, very, very little braking, and absolutely a thrill to do. Jumping to the very front of this field, Sam K. Sproul 1.4 seconds ahead of Ariel Julian. Ariel Julian has no answer for the Sproulmeister. Sproul is just starting to pull away with that draft. Oh, there you go. There is that heavy braking zone after that back straight, and that's a perfect example. If you watch that intervals back on replay, Ariel Julian gained 3/4 tenths under braking, but on the exit, that different line and that different approach for that corner actually ended up losing him 3/4 tenths. 4 tenths actually. And so it just gives you an example right there of just a few different choices of how to approach a corner. You can gain in some ways and then lose in another. So heads up for recognizing how to I guess how to approach a corner. Carl Ribbing up in 4th position. Look at him go. I know he had some success tonight in some of practice races, and now he's putting it to the test in the league race. Carl Ribbing right now is in 8th position in the league overall. Our league, I'm tongue-tying myself right about now, eh? Our league leader in points, Adam Schmidt, he is up in 3rd position right now. Our P3 in points for our season is Ariel Julian. So let me just take a quick look at these points. We got Ariel Julian has 233 points. Adam Schmidt has 276. And who's the one in P2? That, of course, is none other than Jason Lyons, who's way back here. And so Jason Lyons is in 2nd position overall in our season with 252. And this is for, of course, the Pro Division. So Adam Schmidt is absolutely racing for position in every chance that he can with Ariel Julian here. Every point matters, every position matters. So this has been a season-long story between these two. Jason Lyons, unfortunately, much further back than he would have liked to have been. I'm absolutely sure about that. I see Skylar Vickroy went off the track. I think we watched that one. Gary Watson went off the track. Oh. Oh. Ooh, there goes your front bumper. Ooh. And here's young Choi. Oh boy. Oh, that's one way to take a corner, eh? And let's go back to being live. Looks like young Choi lost a lot of positions off of that one. So Jason Lyons being in 8th position. Of course, we have our reverse grid top 8. So this is gonna put Jason Lyons into the front row for our 30-minute feature. That's exactly what he needs to keep up having his strong showing this season of points. We're gonna go with, take a look at that. There you go, take a look at that. We've got our amateur drivers of the evening and our pro drivers. You can see exactly where they are in the field. And yeah, it looks like Bill Haynes and Jose Maria, I'm going to put it all back together, are having the closest battle right now. Right in front of us, right in front of them is, of course, Carl Ribbon. There is Bill Haynes, Jose Maria, Leighton Cook now coming up hot on their tail. You know what? I'm always curious, always curious. What is everyone's best lap time so far? Oh, and Jose Maria going too wide. Oh, not able to make it stick. Jose Maria on the outside, and here he goes up the inside into the next braking zone. He is backing out. He's going to give Bill Haynes that room. He is not going to make that move quite yet in that Valvoline car as they head through these S's heading towards the roller coaster. Is Jose Maria going to push it through the roller coaster? Is he going to wait until after? Let's see how he goes. So Jose Maria is going to wait for after the roller coaster. But that's putting him in danger of Leighton Cook coming on through right behind him. Leighton Cook has got some serious pace. And now that they're heading up, down that back straight, this is where the old oak tree used to be. Heading down that back straight, there is a huge draft effect going on for all of these cars. And so there is, on the left there, everyone's fastest lap time. So Samuel K. Sproul just absolutely showing he's got the pace. That is a blazing fast time. So we're going to head back to the interval to see exactly how close everyone is together. So that means Leighton Cook, Jose Maria, Bill Haynes are the closest battle on track. And if Carl Ribbon's not close, not careful, he's going to have a few cars to deal with. One little mistake, and this is definitely what gets the blood boiling, the heart rate going. As you can see, all of these cars directly behind you. In a lot of ways, Carl Ribbon is in a great position. You can't make any mistake, not even one. You look further ahead, it looks like Ariel Julian, Samuel Sproul, they are still somewhat close enough, and Samuel Sproul still also has that same kind of conflict going on. One tiny little mistake, and Ariel Julian is going to be back into play. Ariel Julian has, of course, Adam Schmidt to think about and to worry about for every single corner. Not using all of that track is going to hurt Ariel Julian's chances. And I think that Adam Schmidt's now lining himself up nice and good for a pass. If he's able to make it happen, is he going to get that better exit as he heads down that back straight? Spider-Man, he is coming for you. I don't think he's going to be close enough, unfortunately, for Adam Schmidt. So he's going to have to tuck in and just be satisfied with P3 for now, unless there's a mistake from Ariel Julian. There's Carl Ribbon coming over the hill, and just behind you got Bill Haynes, Jose Maria, Leighton Cook. Leighton Cook getting a little bit wild under the braking Jason Lyons not far off. He's wanting to join that party. He's just not quite there yet. He didn't get the invitation. He's gonna have to find his own way to barge into that party. Looks like we're gonna have about 2 more laps left, if I'm seeing that correctly. Adam Schmidt trying to poke his nose into the car 613 here in turn 1. And this is that point in time with 15 minutes on that clock, 15 minutes in that race, approximately, where the rear tires really start heating up. And on this track, it's that rear left tire. You're going to see some of these drivers might lose it on their rear left corner on right turns. So going through these S's right here is... I think that's where the tire gets stressed the most. If you don't have that exit that you want, you're also at chance of losing your position, which of course you don't want to do. And here is, it looks like Bill Haynes is still in the lead. Jose Maria a little bit off pace through the roller coaster, and that's going to put Leighton Cook into play, into making a pass, potentially going down that back straight. Here comes that corner there where the old oak tree right there used to be, and there's that left tire for Jose Maria. Just a little bit too much juice coming out of that corner. A little bit to the wide. He's able to save it, luckily, for Jose Maria. But just like I was saying, that rear left corner on right turns is going to bite you. And that's exactly what happened to Jose Maria right there. Jason Lyons, if he's lucky, he'll be able to gain 1 more spot, 1 more season point, and really help his championship run in this Pro Division this season. Here goes. This is going to be our last lap. Of course, our very last lap of this 50-minute sprint race. Oh, Jason Lyons able to make a pass. How did that one happen? Let's find out. Here's Jason Lyons making that pass, and that is exactly what's happening to Jose Maria. Is that rear left tire is just eating him alive. You can see that right there. Of course, this track makes 360 degrees more turns to the right, and that's what's going to burn up that left tire if you're not careful. If you're not going to be adjusting that brake bias throughout this race, you're quite simply going to be screwed, let me tell you right now. I did quite a few races on this track, and I ended up at minus 5.5 brake bias after I started at the 6.5, and I think it was by lap 7-8 I was at 5.74, and then by 15 minutes, 5.5, easy 5.5. You just really need to start cranking that forward sooner than you think. And this is the run down that back straight, and Samuel Sproul 2.7 seconds ahead, so he has proven that qualifying time he had was no joke. Ariel Julian's still ahead of Adam Schmidt. Oh no, is Adam Schmidt gonna go for the move through the final corners? He is not able to get that car up alongside. Ariel Julian is sweating it out, but able to hold his composure, and away he goes for P2. Congratulations, Samuel Sproul, for the win of that race. Of course, I didn't catch you crossing that finish line. We got some real good action happening here with Bill Haynes, Leighton Cook, and yeah, there we go. Jason Lyons, Jose Maria. There's Shannon Mothral after a spin. Skylar Vickroyd, Gary Watson. Gary Watson was in P8, doing very well. But as you can see, just one spin has sent him out of that reverse grid top 8. Young Choi has just not had a good time. What's been happening to Young Choi? Let's just take a quick look. Here is Young Choi. I think you missed your braking marker, sir. And Tyler Marigula, how's Tyler been doing today? Is this the rear left? Yep. But you know what? He kept that going forward, so that's pretty good. for Tyler's situation there. So Tyler is finished in P13. He is down 2 spots total after a few spins. And you know what? It just sort of shows that having an incident-free race, it goes a very, very long way. You can move up quite a few spots. If anyone's newer or practicing, I highly recommend a main focus being just making sure you don't go off track, making sure you don't spin. Don't focus on the pace so much. Just focusing on hitting those marks, hitting the braking marker, making sure you're going slow enough at the apex so that you can accelerate out. And I guarantee that just by doing those little things and staying on track without spinning, you'll have pretty good race results. And then from there, you can slowly build up your pace. So let's take a look at, where is this? Race info. There you go. This is, as you can see, Virginia International Raceway, and we are sponsored by Suelio Almeida Motor Racing Checklist and in-depth racing course for intermediate and advanced drivers looking to find more. MotorRacingChecklist.com. And just as I was mentioning before, about things to improve on. If you're looking to improve even more, there it is. PCC 25, I believe it is post up asking questions for more if you want more information. But we have a code where it's about $30 or $40 off the motor racing checklist, and any amount that goes towards that, some of it will actually come back towards the league to support our league. So if you have questions, post up in our Discord. And it's PCC25 is the little coupon code, and you can get that course for a significant discount. So I am gonna, here we go. There we go. That's what I want. I want this. Not the battle box though. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're about to start. Let's show this starting grid. So, of course, with that reverse grid, Samuel Sprout left. He's way too tired. Aww. That's sad to hear. So this is going to be quite interesting. So, with Jose Maria is going to be starting on the front row here with Jason Lyons in second, Leighton Cook in third, Bill Haynes in fourth, Carl Ribbing is going to be in fifth, Adam Schmidt in sixth, Ariel Julian in seventh, Samuel Sproul, too tired to race it seems, waking up super early, 3, 4 in the morning. I don't doubt it, buddy. That is tiring. After all that coffee, you can't even take a nap. I don't blame you. Go sleep. Seriously, I don't know how you do it. Absolutely wild. Here you go. Okay, the lights are up in the middle of the screen. Engines are revving. Lights are off and away we go. It looks like Jose Maria got an excellent start. No cars are spinning so far. Oh, and car 28 Skylar Vickroyd making a dive. Oh no! And that is gonna really, really spice things up. That is Jason Lyons, who is at the very, very front of our race. He is now at the very back. So I'm really curious to see what happened. How did that one happen? Before we do that, let's take a look at our timing tower to see all of our gained and lost positions. So Leighton Cook is going to be in 11th spot. Bill Haynes is going to be in 9th. Jason Lyons at the very, very back. So a lot of spots lost. Adam Schmidt making the pass on Ariel Julian. What is happening, Ariel Julian? Shannon Mothral, is he going to challenge him through that roller coaster? No, he's not. He's going to back out and let Shannon have that spot. So this race, in one very simple turn, got super, super spicy. And let's just take a look exactly what happened. And there it is. It looks like Leighton Cook goes for that move. Maybe missed a braking point. I don't even know. Let's just take a look again. Okay, so here's Leighton Cook. He got a good launch off that, and he's got Jason Lyons to the left, up ahead, Jose Maria. Oh, and he just was not expecting that braking marker. A little bit too much speed, and that just was the absolute cause of the chaos, it looks like. Shan Mothra is going to have to go round the outside of Adam Schmidt into turn 1. Adam Schmidt with the shorter distance travel. This is a long right turn. It is not an easy way to make a pass. Shannon Mothra backing out and saving his tires. Where's Gary Watson? Gary Watson looks like he missed his braking marker. He was up so many spots. And just, let's take a quick look. So maybe he didn't miss his braking marker, maybe the car behind him missed it. That was the case for Young Choi, who gave him a little bit of a bump from behind, and that's put Gary Watson down into 12th position, unfortunately. Jason Lyons has a long way to go if he wants to make up his spot. Same with Leighton Cook, who's in 10th. A little bit of damage on the back of his car, fortunately not the front, so that's going to help him. Jose Maria, what happened? Oh no! Jose Maria, where'd you go? He's just trying to turn that car around just as all of these cars are making passes. Here we go. Here's Bill Haynes heading down that back straight. Let's get back to the action real quick because Bill Haynes has Tyler Marigula. He is up 6 spots total. No mistakes on this race with Skylar Vickroy directly behind, heading into that braking zone. And here we go. Skylar Vickroy up the inside. And now the outside as it switches back over, and that brings Leighton Cook right into that mix there. This is going to become really, really interesting. We're seeing a lot of things happening on... Oh no, Carl Ribbing, what happened? Tyler Marigula is up a lot of spots. He is having a great race here. He's now battling it out towards turn 1 with Skylar Vickroy. Leighton Cook trying to go around the outside. Is Skylar Vickroy going to outbrake him? Oh, this is tight. And that, oh my god, this is excellent racing, I gotta say. Excellent racing from Skylar here, Tyler and Leighton, and these guys are just absolutely mixing it up, and that's gonna put Skylar ahead. Tyler is now... my memory serves me wrong. I can't remember who is in the lead there. Leighton Cook getting an excellent exit, but he's not able to make anything happen. He's going to challenge into the roller coaster. He's going to wait it out. Leighton Cook is going to wait it out, and that's allowing Skylar to get away. And look at that. Jason Lyons is now back into the hunt. Back into the hunt here. Oh, and up the inside into the oak tree. That is not a common place to pass. Leighton Cook making it work on Tyler Mariglia. Holy smokes, so much just happened. Let's take a look. So let's first look. This is Jose Maria, who is the leader of the race before this incident took place, into the braking zone of the oak tree, and he just absolutely flew through that corner, unfortunately. And he was the leader of the race. With this incident, that's put him very, very far back. Here's Ariel Julian. Carl Ribbon goes off the track. So Ariel Julian makes a pass. Oh! Makes a pass. Carl Ribbing unable to... Uh-oh. So Carl Ribbing unable to control his car when he sees that the blue 613 in front of him losing control. Makes a little bit of a bump. A little bit of a racing incident on that one. You know, you follow everyone so closely, you hope that the guy in front of you doesn't lose his marbles, and it's as simple as that sometimes, right? So I'm seeing Tyler Marigula, who's doing so well, has crashed. Let's take a look at it. How did that one happen? So he's following Leighton Cook on that very last corner. There is that rear left tire. Yep. And it's that rear left tire. That rear left tire is going to be the absolute key to everyone's race today, and any race in the VIR track here. If you don't adjust that brake bias to about 5.5, I guarantee that you're going to destroy that left tire and you're going to spin, just as we saw right there. Another trick that that's very helpful is just a tiny bit less brake and more steering effort. If you put more steering effort in, guarantee you're going to use the front tires a little more and those rear tires a little less. With all of that action, we now have Adam Schmidt, and I guess, you know what? This is exactly how Adam Schmidt is the leader of our championship this season. He's got the pace to be near the front, but he's got the racecraft to keep it together and not just toss it all away. That consistency is key. He ended in P3 in that sprint race, and through some magic, he's now the leader of this race. Oh, and there goes Shannon Motheral spinning in the back there. Let's take a look. How did Shannon lose it? Here's Shannon heading through the S's. That rear left tire, there you go, right there, that rear left tire. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the crutch that everyone's gonna fall on, that rear left tire. And if you don't understand how to take care of that, it's gonna be a very painful 20-30 minutes, however long a race is. And you know, that's one of the beautiful things about this Porsche Cup car, is it teaches you all of these little details. It teaches you how to take care of your car, how to take care of your tires, how to adjust your driving so that it takes care of your tires. Because you know what? It's not a fault of the game. It's not a fault of the simulation. It's a fault of your driving. In every way, if your tires are behaving like that, I can guarantee you the very, very fastest on our simulation here on iRacing, they just do not have that problem. Why? Because they're driving in a way that rotates that car through the tire smoothly and even every single lap. They balance the use of their front and rear tires, and that's what allows them to keep going at such a high pace for so long. It's no joke. It's you know, it's no lies. There's no secrets other than that. If you're gonna abuse any of your tires too much, it's gonna bite you, and that's what we've seen so far. We got 20 minutes left, so Adam Schmidt way up in the lead. He has a 10-second gap to Shannon Motheral, so this is his race to lose. Even a little bit of a mistake, and he has a large buffer. Oh, look at that. That's a cool shot as they come through the roller coaster, missing that apex a little bit for Shannon on that first one, and that third one able to still do that quick left bend. Bill Haynes, it looks like Bill Haynes invited into our league from Shannon Motheral. Not sure where they met each other, but they did, and now they're racing against each other in the race right here. That's our, that's our sweet ending, isn't it? Leighton Cook, he's now down 2 positions total. Jason Lyons, he's down 4 spots. Oof. So he's just slowly clawing that back. Ariel Julian, though, after his spin, Ariel Julian was trying to make the best of what happened there with Carl Ribbing, and it's just unfortunate that he lost control and had that unfortunate ending. But hey, you know what? That's part of what I was saying earlier, is any of these drivers who can make a good run start to finish without spins, without crashes, without losing control, it goes a long way. A long way. at this current point in time, let's take a look at what's everyone's best lap times so far. It looks like Shannon Mothral 147.9 is our fastest driver of the feature race. So that may have been in draft 2. Adam Schmidt, who's got that 148.1. Jason Lyons has a 148.1 as well. So, and there you go. Real quick, I'm going to group these guys together to see who is where. Bill Haynes is the top of the amateur drivers currently. Oh, Leighton Cook off. Hopefully that wasn't a VR freeze. Leighton Cook off into the grass. A little bit of a John Deere lawnmower moment over there, I guess. But here are our pro and our amateur drivers. Jose Maria, it looks like he's choosing not to come back out onto the racetrack. So he was first for the amateur drivers, first for the entire race, and now he's at the very back. So Bill Haynes, Skylar Vickroy, Gary Watson. Gary Watson this season in our championship standings is having a great season for the amateur division. I'm going to just quickly go through some of the points that we've got here for our amateur division drivers. So we've got Dan Marrera. Dan Marrera is actually in the lead of our amateur division currently. So one cool thing is that after this race, here we go. After this race, this is our 7th race. So after this race, you're going to have 2 races dropped. Oh! And Skylar Vick were able to get out of the way just in time for the drivers who were lap up to be able to pass him safely. So that's a good job. Heads up play from Tyler to get out of the way, be predictable in his spin, and not add to the unnecessary wrecks that could happen. So, sorry, I have a bit of a sore throat tonight, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was just saying though, so we've got Dan Marrera. Dan Marrera is the leader of our amateur division. He's got 188 points. We have Jeffrey Seabach. He is in 2nd position with 177, so only 11 points ahead. Dan Marrera is 11 points ahead. And then 3rd position, we got Gary Watson with 133. So after tonight, we have 2 drop weeks that are going to be happening. And what this means for any of you guys out there watching who are participating, maybe not in this race, or maybe you are in this race, 2 races will be dropped out. And so your 2 worst scores won't exist anymore. So that's going to help you plenty in that championship fight so that you can maybe make a pass in the standings on one of your competitors that you're up against. I think for Adam Schmidt's had really good finishes all season long, so that's not going to help him any. What it's likely to do is bring Adam Schmidt, Jason Lyons, Ariel Julian all closer together. Corey Lazarus and Samuel Sproul, if they were full racing, I think that they would definitely be in contention for the very lead of our season, but sometimes that Australian time zone doesn't always work out in our favors here. So how did Leighton Cook went off the track? Let's take a look. How did that happen? So, here's a quickie look at what happened there. So as you go through this right corner, you're going at full speed. This elevation change, if you don't hit those brakes quick enough, you can't slow down your car enough for this left corner, and all of a sudden off you go. And it's really, really tricky because, like I said, we'll watch that one more time. You can see the car hits that crest and you have no braking abilities as you crest, and then it compresses. And that's the trick of this corner, is understanding that elevation change, how to use it in your advantage and how it can also be to your disadvantage. It's one cool thing about this simulation is it absolutely does simulate every little bit of that to the finest detail. If your car goes weightless in real life, it's gonna go weightless here. So understanding how to make use of these elevation changes, it's really gonna help you in the long term. I know Leighton Cook is also racing in VR, so he's gonna feel all those elevation changes. That's gotta be quite a wild experience, I gotta say. Here's Skylar Vickro being chased down by Jason Lyons. Jason Lyons getting closer and closer. It looks like Jason Lyons has more pace than Skylar. He's just gotta pick that moment. And here we go through that left bend that we just saw Leighton Cook go off at. Breaking into Old Oak Tree. Jason Lyons getting an excellent exit. I'm gonna predict that he's gonna make a pass down this back straight. He's 3/10 away, gaining, and here we go. And here we go. This is Jason Lyons. He's gonna make a move into the braking zone. Here he goes into that braking zone. He's trying to make a move around the outside, not able to make it stick. Skylar Vickroy is still ahead. Car 28 has his defense walls up as he heads through these final corners right here onto that start finish line straight. And that makes you wonder, how is Jason Lyons gonna get through? And if he's not careful, look at this. We got Carl Ribbing, who's now 1 second back, so it's not far off in the slightest. He's right there on their tail, so it's gonna be really close. Oh, and Gary Watson, he is going off into the pits, and that looks like he is going to be serving a drive-through penalty. That's my guess. For those of you who don't know, we have a 15x drive-through incident limit there, and if you hit 20x, you will be DQ'd out of the race, but at 15x, you're going to have to serve that drive-through. It's there just to poke you to at least attempting to be a little bit safer and not make contact, not go off track, not abuse it. We've tried to set that amount somewhere where it's reasonable. It's not too tight of an amount, just right. And we've always experimented with that at the very beginning of our league. And we've landed at 15. Skylar Vickroy taking a very tight line on exit. I don't think Jason Lyons is going to be able to get up alongside, because his exit was compromised as well. Is he gonna make that move? And there you have Scott. Oh, there's the dive. Not quite from Jason Lyons, but Skylar Vickroy making his car as wide as possible, as wide as can be. This is a brick wall defense, and now it's Carl Ribbing is into the mix. You know, it makes you wonder, should Jason just let Carl Ribbing through and see if Carl can poke that hole in that defense and take that chance? You know, it's something that I've done in the past, is let a car through and see if he can poke a hole, especially if I know I've got the pace and the guy behind me is a little more willing to make a stab at the defenses. But it's not always recommended to do it that way, just as a heads up on that. But it's always an interesting thought that comes into my mind. Do I let this guy by and let him try it out? We're gonna head right up to Shannon Mothral, who is Bill Haynes. Looks like Shannon got an excellent exit out of there onto the roller coaster. Missing those apexes though is gonna cost tire wear. If you shorten that corner, take shorter distance traveled, and you just straight line it, that's going to help you long term on that tire wear. And it's those little details that really matter throughout the length of the race. And if anyone's wondering, hey, how is that guy so fast? How, you know, what's the difference? Well, those little details just like that, as you can see right on the screen there, it really Really goes a long way. All those tiny little details. So Jason Lyons now under fire from Carl Ribbon, car 44 here. He is really, really gaining on them. Doesn't look like any of these guys have front... Oh, Carl Ribbon looks like he has some front aero damage. But there they go, exiting into the very last braking zone, and it's quite a tricky one, I gotta say. You're basically throwing yourself off of a cliff while you're under braking, and you somehow have to pitch it into the right turn there and go on the gas hard enough, but not too hard where you're going to lose that rear end, as we saw in the sprint race. Is one of the corners that absolutely will test that rear left tire more than any of them. And then you head into turn 1 here, which is all of the stress right back onto that rear left. That rear left tire is it's performing some magic out on this track tonight. Out of curiosity, I'm going to pull up. Where is... There it is. Weather. How hot is it? How cold is it? What's the humidity, track temperature, you know, time of day? Everyone's curious. These guys have what kind of lap times? Right there. There's the lap times. And then there's the track temperature, so now you know. You were curious and now you know. There you go. Now I want that off of my screen. Away it goes. So Jason Lyons now heading into the oak tree. He is lining up that pass. He is closer than ever. Is he going to get that exit? No, it looks like he's not going to get the exit that he's looking for. Absolutely no way is he going to be able to make that pass this time around. So he is going to have to find a way to solve that puzzle. This car 28 is just putting up that brick wall defense. I gotta say, Skyler is really impressing me here with the nerves of steel that he's got in this race. He is just not cracking under pressure from Jason Lyons being right behind him all these laps. Now with Carl Ribbing, so he has 2 cars directly behind him and just not cracking under pressure. He is just performing lap after lap, corner after corner. Jason Lyons, does he make that dive up the inside? That is brave dive from Jason Lyons, and through that right corner. His exit was compromised making that dive, and now Skyler is still ahead. Oh! Quite aggressive move from Jason Lyons, able to make it work somehow. Skyler... His defense is somehow compromised. We're going to have to take a look actually again at how did that pass happen. That is quite a pass. Let's see. And here we go. Oh! Able to control the car still through that left bend. And you know what? That's... Hey, you know what? If the doorway is open, you may as well walk through, right? That is actually a beautiful, beautiful pass from Jason Lyons, using the track to his advantage. Normally, cars will track way out wide. Jason Lyons using that to his advantage, that knowledge, and able to get the pass done right there. So Jason Lyons, is he making his car nice and wide? Skyler Vickroy not as brave under braking, and so that's going to leave Jason Lyons ahead still, coming out of that final... Well, this is the final corner right here. And so that's going to leave Jason Lyons still ahead. Is he going to be able to break away? Jason Lyons so far has shown he has a little bit more pace. Skyler just a little bit more defense. So with that little bit of draft, I think that these guys are all going to be sticking together. That's my prediction. We've got 4 minutes to go. We're going to see who's got their tires properly... Their tires are brake bias set up in that proper window. Because, you know, the race ain't over till the fat lady sings. Isn't that the saying? I'm going to take a quick peek at the leader of the race. Adam Schmidt. I check this out. Wait, lap time history? How do I get that? Lap time, I want to show lap time history. There you go. There you go. You can see exactly how much he's gaining, losing, whatever. And so it looks like Adam Schmidt is slightly going slower. I think that he's actually saving his car, saving his tires, and he just doesn't want to take the risk. He was 9 and something change ahead, and he's just choosing to stay safe and not lose this race. Shannon Mothral, of course, is in a little bit of a different position here. He's got to risk it for the biscuit if he wants that race win. Bill Haynes putting that pressure, putting that heavy pressure on Shannon Mothral, so he's keeping Shannon honest there. Jason Lyons, who's now in 4th spot after making that pass, he's 8-9 tenths faster than Skylar. So yeah, as they come through this lap, let's take a look at these lap time differences. There we go. Okay, so 4 tenths, 9 tenths, 6 tenths. So it won't be long now until Skylar is completely out of that draft. And there is Carl Ribbing. And I'm going to pull this away. The main battle here is Carl Ribbing. Is Carl Ribbing, does he have more pace than Skylar? Is he going to be able to poke that hole through this brick wall defense? Or is he going to just stick it out and be happy with P4? Carl Ribbing is down 1 spot from where he started, so I'm really curious, does he want that spot back or not? Skylar is up 5 spots total, so that's an absolute wonderful race that he's had. He didn't start in that reverse grid top 8, and he's made his way into this top 8. Oh, and there goes Carl Ribbing off the track. Is he going to back up? He has Leighton Cook. Leighton Cook's coming through the roller coaster. Carl Ribbing's going to have to get back onto the track before Leighton Cook gets there. Oh, and you can see off into the distance, Leighton Cook just starting to come through. Carl Ribbing, if he has damage, he's at risk of losing that spot. So, you know, one little mistake, and it can cost you. I don't think that car's okay, I gotta say. Let's take a quick look in his cockpit. Okay, so maybe it's okay. Maybe. Only maybe, I gotta say. Adam Schmidt, is this the final lap? This is absolutely the final lap. So you're gonna see Barney the flagman waving that white flag in that, yeah, there you go, on that timing tower at the very top of the screen. So Adam Schmidt now going through the S's one last time. Spider-Man senses tingling. Away he goes up into that roller coaster. Let's see how he takes that roller coaster. Every possible inch, he's using every bit of those curbs, and that's what's keeping him ahead of Shannon Mothral. And there you go, see that little bit, a few feet off. That is not going to help you long term. Bill Hines, he is using every bit of those curbs that he can. Jason Lyons now ahead of Skylar Vickroy. Skylar Vickroy just, he didn't even crack under pressure. It's just a wonderful move from Jason Lyons, I gotta say. Carl Ribbing now going through that roller coaster, choosing to stay out and make his car work for him. Leighton Cook, after starting near the front, down 4 positions total, working his way back into P7. Gary Watson, looks like his car is clean this time, so I don't think he was involved in any incidents. I think he just sort of had a few spins on his own, a little unfortunate few moments, and yeah. There goes Adam Schmidt coming across that finish line for the very last time. Congratulations, Adam Schmidt, for winning this 30-minute feature race. Congratulations, Shannon Mothral and Bill Haynes coming across for those final podium positions. Here comes Jason Lyons in 4th spot. Skylar Vickroy in 5th, having the race of his life. Carl Ribbing in 6th spot. He's down 1 total. That's not so bad. It looks like that car could have seen better days, but You know, when there's a race going on, don't stop. Leighton Cook here, he is in P7, just coming across that start finish line now. I like that livery. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. There is Gary Watson. He is yet to finish. He's heading into that braking zone after that long straight. Here it is. Check this out. That braking zone while it's the leap of faith, I'm telling you. Leap of faith. And there he goes, coming across that start finish line. Young Choi. Okay, and that is the back straight. Left, right. Okay, here you go. Here is a better example. There you go. You can get an idea of that elevation change. That is that final corner there. And it's pretty wild, man. You really gotta send it and just hope that rear tire doesn't let go. What some people do is they actually shift up. Woo, baby! Oh! There goes his front bumper once again. And what people do is they actually shift into fourth to try and get that that rear left to stick still. Anyways, here is. There you go. There is our feature race results. Congratulations, Adam Schmidt, for that win. Shannon Mothral, Bill Haynes, Jason Lyons, Skylar Vickroy, Carl Ribbing, Leighton Cook, Gary Watson, Young Choi, Tyler Mariglia. Tyler is having a great race, and then all of a sudden ended up down here. So that's an unfortunate ending for Tyler. He was doing so well. Ariel Julian, after his unfortunate spin in 11th, he was doing really well as himself. He's P3 in the season standings. He could have maybe been higher if not for that incident that happened. Jose Maria, you know, my heart goes out to him on that one. You know, the smallest mistake, all of a sudden you're in the tire barrier after leading the race. That's a heartbreaker, absolute heartbreaker. Samuel Sproul, maybe he feels fortunate he didn't participate with that turn one pileup. Who knows? Never know. But anyways, Michael Carrillo, I wish I got to see him race. He has some incredible pace here. Absolutely missing him in this race. Raced against him in the practice races. He is fast. There's no doubt about it. And to not see him on the racetrack, I gotta say it's an absolute shame. Hopefully he can join us the week after and show us what he's made of, because he, you know, he's packing some real horsepower under those feet. Anyways, with that all said, that is the end of our American broadcast. The Americas, North America, South America, Central America, all of us, anyone within this time zone, it definitely benefits us to be a part of it. This race, that's what the time zone is aimed for, is anyone in the Americas. If any of you really like racing with us, please share the league. We accept any and all signups at any point in our season. Everyone is welcome to join with us, free to join, and you know what, come in and have fun. Why not, right? And with that, that's me signing out. Have a good evening, folks. Hope you all enjoy your weekend, and hope you all enjoyed this race, watching it back, participating in whichever ways that you did, and yeah, see you guys all next week.
lost control.